Relationship is one of those things that determine a lot of things in your life. It is not something to joke with or to play with. It's actually one of the things that you have to carefully consider before you get into. It's one of those things that once it comes up, you want to actually put all your guards on. You want to seek all the counsel that you need. You need to do all the prayers that you need. You need to do all the investigations that you need. It is not something to just wake up and do just like that. Relationship of intimate relationships, they are so crucial to the point that, I had a preacher sometimes that said that one old preacher said that if you want to know whether you will make it to heaven or not, that you should ask your spouse. At the time I had it, I didn't make so much out of it. But recently, I've been thinking about that statement and how true that statement is. That actually you're making it to heaven a lot of times. When I say it depends on your partner, you will say, no, it's a personal race. It is something that everyone does personally. But you find a lot of people in relationships where it is impossible for them to live a day or even hours without temptations of all kinds, without falling into sin. How will you as a Christian be falling in and out of sin, or actually remain in sin and then make it in heaven? There are a lot of resentments. There are a lot of bitterness and anger. We know that these things doesn't make it to heaven. But some of us are in relationships where this is a norm. It is actually a natural thing to happen. It is not what happens once in a while. It's everyday thing, every hour thing. As long as that both of those parties are together, that it is a fight for this or quarrel for this and all that. Remember that a lot of times there are children in these relationships, which makes it even worse. So today, my mission is to let you know that the best time for you to plan and now, determine what you really want out of a relationship is before you get into that relationship. There are a lot of trainings and seminars and workshops out there for single people, and a lot of them are not taking it serious. A lot of them also think that they know enough. But let me tell you, this relationship thing, intimate relationship, of marriage, it is a very, very, I don't know how to explain it, but you get the point. It's something serious that cannot be played with. You need to do everything that needs to be done. Right now, if you are still considering to get married, you are not yet married, I will actually say that you are lucky. Yes, you are luckier than some people that have already made an error and now have to be doing warfare every night. But if you are already in a relationship that is not what you planned for, is not what you prayed for, is not what you really would like, but you have found yourself in it already, you don't have to go away. It's, in life, there are consequences for the actions we take, for the choices we make. A lot of people don't know that. But the choices we make have consequences, whether good or bad. So that is one of the consequences. As long as there is no violence in it, you can keep praying. God hears prayers and he sees your heart. A lot of times, God comes to the rescue of people in those situations. But if violence had come in, if there is certain forms of abuse, you need to get out, which is the main message I bring today. If you have found yourself in the situation where it's becoming life and death situation, you need to move. If you have children, move with your children to a safe place. From there, you can keep praying. I have said this before. I am reiterating it again. From the distance, you can keep praying for your spouse, whether the man or woman, whoever is affected. You can leave, go and get safe. Go with your children and get safety for you and for them. And from there, you can keep, arranging it privately with God. You can get help. All forms of help abound. You can speak to someone. You can get yourself a coach, a mentor, someone that will really help you through that challenge. You can also go to professionals to help you navigate through it. It's a difficult place to be. Now, if you now think what I am hearing, that is because of the children, is because of this and that. Oh, if you leave, he's going to die. If you leave, that she's going to die, she won't be able to cope, then you are making a big error. Or maybe you actually know what you are doing and deceiving people, because you and I know that without you, they will survive. They've been surviving before you came into the scene. But you need to think about the children that are involved, if there are children, and get their safety into your head first and make sure you sort it. Look, a lot of people don't change. Adults, it's very difficult for them to change. If you think that an adult just wakes up and changes, you are just joking. Only God can change a man. He is the only one that has the power to change a human being. You and I don't have that power. So if you think, oh, tomorrow will be better, which is why a lot of people die in such relationships. If you think tomorrow will be better, go and wait for that tomorrow from a distance. Yes, go somewhere else, start your life, pick up the pieces of your life, move on, learn skills, get yourself into doing something, earn income, and be financially independent. Do your own things, run things around you, and take care of your children if you have children in it. And make sure that from that distance, you are now arranging it with God in the place of prayer. I have said my own, because the stories around are so alarming. And sometimes you will wonder, of all these things that are being talked about since last year, that it has become very, very, loud, that people are still dying in such relationships. You will be surprised. This is because when people have given it too much, they don't want to, step back. They are expecting a lot. But in the case of danger for your life, remember that you have to live before other things. You cannot be a dead person married. You cannot be marrying when you are already dead. And the children that you are busy talking about, you will not know who looks after them, what happens to them. You will not be able to know. Because of that, it is not a joke. You need to run if you are in danger. And from there, things can be sorted, if it will be sorted and when it will be sorted. Also, I want to say that I am not ignorant of the reason why a lot of people, especially mothers, remain in abusive relationships, in difficult situations, and say it's because of their children. Before I used to shy away from that. Actually, I didn't know much or understand it properly. But now I know it is actually difficult for mothers, especially, to think of themselves first before their children. But my message today is that you are not actually doing those children a favor. You are not actually doing the best for them by remaining in such relationships that are toxic, because you are only reproducing the same thing that is happening. As they watch it every day, as they see it, actually those children, you think that they don't know anything, but they actually pick a lot. When things are happening, yes, they can't talk about it, but they pick a lot. It's only when they become teenagers that you would have seen the damage that has been caused by you remaining in that situation. Today, I implore you, whether you are a man or a woman in such toxic relationships, move away, run, go out of it. You are the one that entered into it. Get out also. And from there, you can sort things and then come back together if it is possible. And if it is not, who says that marriage is what defines you as a man or as a woman especially? It is not. You have faced a human being. You are complete and whole before marriage. And you have things, goals and dreams and aspirations. You have skills, you have passions. Focus on them, and other things will be sorted before you know it. Anyway, I hope that this will help someone today, just as it has helped the particular person that I am picking her own case study to talk, because it grieved my spirit. By the way, I did get her consent, even though I am not mentioning names, but just so you know. Anyway, before I leave, I would like to ask that if you have not subscribed yet to our channel, that you please subscribe now and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified once our videos drop. Remember to like and share the videos so that someone else out there can be helped. You never know. And leave your comments also. I always say on this channel that your comments may be saving a life. Actually, it is a true saying. Your comments may be saving that person that is in a difficult situation. So don't leave without leaving your comments. And until the next video, I'm going to say a huge thank you for watching, and see you. Bye-bye.